Hello and welcome to this also an Microsoft live webinar. Topic is help customers rebound and reimagine business with Microsoft Visio and the Power Platform. In this presentation, Olya Savintseva from Microsoft Corporation and Victor Hugo have been planned to do. I ask for your apology, they have been blocked by personal reasons. And my name is Senaj Lelic. I'm the acting Visio VTSP for Europe, and I will guide you through the presentation. So the topic of this presentation is help customers to rebound and reimagine business. I think the current situation has brought everybody into, let's say, new areas, new ways of how business has to be able to work. But it also showed a few potentials on how business could work. Now, as much as this is for all of us a challenge, it is even more a challenge for our customers. And this webinar will give a few ideas on how you as a partner can help your customers with the toolings to get better, not only through this area and time, but also to reinvent the customer to make it maybe even better working. So in this webinar, we will talk about what we call the new reality. We will talk about planning the comeback and also where are the opportunities for also partners to literally participate and, well, move forward. I think the new reality was something which about a year ago nobody would have believed possible. This new reality, or as we call it, the new normal, put us all in, let's say, interesting times. So the new reality is something, however, which is, at least to a certain extent, not going to go away, but it's going to stay. And we should ask ourselves, do we really want to go back to everything how it was before? Of course, there have been many things which were nice, and there have been many things which were working very nicely. But the current situation with COVID has also shown what IT can do in companies, what certain organizational changes can do in companies. So the impact of COVID-19 across industries and businesses has been huge, or we could also say there is no industry and no business size which has not been impacted by COVID. However, that doesn't mean necessarily that it was always a bad impact. There have been quite a bunch of also positive developments, like the advancing of digitalization, the advancing of digital ways of transmissioning, working, teaching, etc. However, it is first and for all a challenge. So the question is how we, let's say, split everything in which phases. And we at Microsoft have determined there are three different phases of recovery. The first one is respond, which means navigate the now, which means deal with the current challenges and issues. So adapt in real time and continue operations, keep them running, include the enablement of remote work, optimize your cash flow, or in general, ensure business continuity. The next step is the rebound, so plan the comeback. So when we're able to go back to the offices, when we're able to go back to, well, the new way of working, how do we need to adapt? How can we scale quickly? How do we have to adapt product, services, and businesses to adapt with the new normal? And what are not only the challenges, but what is also the potential? Focus on value and cost reduction, but above all on value. How can we create new value? And of course, restart and expand customer demand. And then, of course, it's also, let's look into the future. Plan the new normal, shape the new normal. So reimagine and position people, processes, and technology for growth. Create and embrace new opportunities to build resilience in a new normal, or embrace the new potentials, which are also there. Now, one component, of course, is remote work. If there is one thing we learned in this year, it's remote work works way better than many even company owners or management people would have ever been thought possible. We've also learned that with the cloud services like cloud computing, cloud storage, etc., many things can be made way more resilient, way more approachable no matter where you work. And with the applications for business, we learned that these can also enhance how we work and where we work greatly. So for example, Microsoft 365, the productivity suite, available everywhere. Business application platforms allowing us to get more and deeper insights, and Power Automate allowing us to automate repetitive, boring processes, making them more efficient. Project helping us to more efficiently plan and structure how we work, where we work, and who's working. And then, of course, it's the above all and overall, it's the communication, it's diagramming. It is making information and data available, but not only available, make it also communicable so other people understand what I'm talking about in the shortest necessary possible time. You see, trying to describe something in text has a certain amount of text, which of course needs a certain amount of being read. But usually the same amount of content can be grasped in a diagram in a fraction of a second. So it is about understanding what I'm seeing and how I'm seeing it. And that is what Visio is about. It is about efficient communication in organizations. So let us help customers to plan the comeback, which means return to businesses with scale, plan a sustainable organizational structure. And that starts with office spaces. Who can we seat where? Who could sit where and then really work with all the compliance directives in place and still be compliant and productive? How can we adapt business models? So that means map and redesign critical business processes, visualize business drivers and get timely data insights. And of course, focus on, well, value above all, and of course, a possible cost reduction too. So design and automate repetitive processes, automate processes so you don't have to do them manually. And of course, support self-service workloads, which literally means let the users do as much as they can on their own without involving 2 or 3 different departments. So plan the comeback. And that's not just let's get back where we were. It's let's get back, but be way more advanced than we have been before. So plan a sustainable organizational structure, like for example, through automated org chart creations. Now Visio has technologies built in which help you to just focus on your data, and Visio will take care of the creation of the org chart. For example, Visio has an extension, an add-in for Excel, which allows you to create your data structure right within Excel, and right within Excel, you can also create your org chart and have it either available in Excel or hand it over to Visio. You can also generate org charts from Active Directory and then use your Active Directory, optimize it, and see how the directory is structured. And of course, clarify existing roles and plans for the future. So identify relationship, allocate resources, monitor performance by enriching org chart with data graphics and data. Or in general, use your data and make the most powerful visualization, make the most efficient way of communicating this information. The Visio Data Visualizer add-in is an extension for Excel, which has been released in August 2020, and it has several components. One of them is what I've shown just before, an add-in for Excel. But the Data Visualizer goes way more and deeper, because even in Visio, you can pick an Excel file and let Visio create your diagrams, whether it is org charts, cross-functional flow charts, or basic flow charts, and with that have literally not the burden of creating a nice and good looking diagram. That's what Visio can take care of for you. You focus on your data and collecting the data. And then of course, integrate Visio with the Power Platform. So combine operational and business intelligence and visual in one single dashboard, where you see not only, for example, how your business process is designed, but you also see where the data from the business process comes in. So cost data, duration data, and then drill into specific data elements. So I've mentioned already the Ensure Safe Return to the Workplace template, by the way, a free template from Microsoft where you can redesign your workplace with social distancing guidelines and helping you to create a COVID compliant office based on your local requirements. That will also give you visual guidance on facility management and its team, how to coordinate cleaning, disinfecting, etc. And that will help you to save a lot of time and resources by getting it right the first time, having everything in place without constant necessary changes right from scratch, right from the beginning. You can also plan, as mentioned, the sustainable organizational structure with Visio and Excel, automating org chart creation within Excel, within Visio, and even reading data from your local Active Directory, and also clarify who is doing what and when and how in the future. I've mentioned it before, mapping and redesigning business processes and also mapping and combining them with your business data. So in this example, you see in the upper part, your business process designed in Visio. You see in the lower part, metadata like cost or duration collected in various tools presented to you in Power BI. But wait, this whole thing which you see here is in Power BI, because you can import with the Visio visual for Power BI, the Visio diagrams into Power BI and have them presented there and also mapped to the data. So leverage remote collaboration options to map business processes, because you can bring together two different worlds, but people can co-author, collaborate, and gather feedback with commenting and easy version control so they can give feedback on the process. And of course, get real-time data insights in and with Power BI. So this literally brings together several worlds and make it available to you in one place. So visualize your business drivers and get timely data insights for a variety of diagram types. Well, actually, there is no diagram type you cannot import into Power BI. So it depends on your need. Fishbone diagrams, flowcharts, floor plans, org charts. There is a sample website where you see 9 different diagram types and categories, all imported into Power BI. So you can go from the big picture to the drill down and go deep into the simple and specific data elements. And now comes the big point. You can also bring all this together in Microsoft Teams, in a Microsoft Teams tab, and have everything available for your users in Microsoft Teams on one page where all the data comes together and is presented to users. You can also design and automate repetitive processes with Power Automate and Visio. So how do you design processes? Well, of course, with a flow chart. Now, just imagine you could take your flow chart in the BPMN notation, push the one magic button, and have this being transferred to the Microsoft Power Automate platform and have a flow created for you. Well, that's exactly what you can do with Visio. So you can visualize your business process, but it's not just a nice picture. It is the source of your process automation, because you can have with the customizable Visio shapes an export, which is part of Visio Plan 2, right into the Power Automate system. It's a successor to the SharePoint Workflow Designer and gives you way more ways to visualize and automate your processes. I quite often get the question, well, is there a specific area in the organization where Visio is prominent? Is there a specific industry where Visio is prominent? Well, no. You can use Visio in all the departments of your infrastructure and organization, whether it is information technology, human resources, finance, business intelligence. Everywhere Visio is delivering a certain amount of diagrams, of templates to help you cover all the needs and also help you literally communicate information being created in that area and region more efficiently. And now, of course, everything is also brought together in teams. So enable teams to collaborate on diagrams. For example, one thing the COVID situation showed is that many companies and organizations were missing a professional and effective business process documentation environment. Well, now with Visio within Teams, you can do that. You have a comprehensive, easy to use and easy to learn set of editing features, in-app commenting and feedback, and you can have your Visio diagram as a tab in Microsoft Teams. So it's all coming together in an easy to understand and easy to use platform powered by Visio. Now with Project, you can plan, collaborate, and build your reports together. Who is doing what when? Who needs to do what before who else? So literally structuring, task assignment, task and completion tracking, collaboration made easy with an intelligent planning. It is looking like a simple planner view, but it is the powerful Microsoft project working in the background for you. And of course, that's not where we stop. You can create projects as tabs. You have a familiar planner experience, and it's all accessible to all Microsoft 365 users. So literally, you can use your Teams as an extensible platform and environment for all kinds of collaboration and Teams collaboration and communication. So let's go further. Where can you as a partner help your customers with Visio and with the Visio potential? So there is three basic models of revenue for partners. One of them is the transactional value. So that is literally where you help customers to purchase and get project Office 365 or content and collaboration solutions like Visio. There is the managed services partner area, where you can add services for example, deployment and migration or managed services. And then there is the independent software vendor category, where you can create custom apps and solutions with repeatable IP, which will extend with specific scenarios, with specific solution scenarios, what your customers can do and how your customers can achieve certain values, certain benefits, or achieve things quicker, easier. So in all three areas, you as a partner can help your customers to get more effective, to get quicker back, to quicker plan the new future, to assess new potentials and be more effective. Now, for the comeback, there is quite a bunch of additional partner services. So for example, for the return business to scale, you could plan a sustainable organizational structure. That's where you can help as a consultant, as a service partner, your customers, ensure safe return to the workplace, or even adapt business models like map and redesign critical business processes, visualize business drivers, or focus on value. So how can we optimize the organization? Well, of course, make automated what is repetitive, support self-service workloads. All these areas are areas where you as a partner can, with your experience, help your customer to get more effective, to get more out of the organization. There is quite a bunch of resources for also CSP partners, like for example, readiness content, the sales playbook, listen and learn sales blog, opportunity briefings. There is partner-ready marketing toolkits like lead generation toolkits with emails and digital assets, or product videos. And there is, of course, partner-ready sales components like solution briefs, customer pitch decks, which will help you to literally help your customer better and quicker. And of course, you can always reach out to me. I will also make my email address available if you need more help and support with specific customers, with specific customer needs or specific customer requirements. Now, if you have more questions, please feel free to visit also.cloud or contact Madalena Russo from Also. She will be your primary point of contact, or even me, Senaj Lelic. And you could also request a callback via the webinar poll feature. So all things from lead generation, sales support, product questions, feedback, that's all things where we can work together and make our customers more successful. So with this, I would like to thank you very much for watching the webinar. I hope I could open you a few ideas on future revenue potential and new opportunities which are also there for you as a partner, so you can create more business and be more successful with the Visio and Power Platform tooling. I'd like to thank you very much for watching this webinar. Hope you enjoyed it and wish you a nice day. Heli? Hello?